I'm back. This topic, respect the dead. People on the planet Earth that are alive, some of y'all don't respect the dead, but they can't speak for themselves. They're dead. So it takes people like me, Brother Truth, to tell the truth about the dead. So the reason I'm doing this is because there's a lot of people out there stuck on stupid. Not everybody, thank God, but a lot of people are stuck on stupid. And they want to bash the dead. They want to have bad thoughts of when they were alive and they didn't do the right thing, but all of them were bad. Some of them were good. And I'm talking about the good ones. I'm not talking about the bad ones. Of course, they're bad in everything. But the good ones that people couldn't see, their goodness is because you were blind to the fact. Because you had any intelligence, you would understand that they were really good people. They just didn't know how to do everything correctly like the average person. But you got some bad people that were alive that was really, truly bad, and I understand the ones who disrespect them. But the other ones, you're doing too much. You walking around here stuck on stupid, talking about them, knowing they can't protect themselves, and you just blasting their name all over the place with gossip. You're wrong for that. That's your ego. That's you being immature. And got a brain of a mustard seed stem. Respect the dead. They're gone. I just really get confused even thinking about how some of you people think, because you think wrong. You think stuck on stupid. But, you should leave the dead alone. They passed. Respect them. Have good thoughts about them with the good things they did in your life. But the ones, once again, that were bad all the time, I understand. Believe me, I'm on your side with that. But the ones that did good, and they might have did a little bad, well, the good should outweigh the bad, especially if it was really technically harmless to a certain degree. But you're not going to look at it like that because your ego get in the way, and you be like, nah, it's not like that. But yes, it is. It is what it is. If, for example, your father wasn't in your life all the time, but yet when he came around, he did things for you, and let's say if he was a mechanic, he worked on your car, he either fixed it or broke it, but he tried. Then maybe your husband, he'd tell your husband, come on, let's go to the golf course or go see a football game or a basketball game. That man was trying. Give him respect for that. But then when he asks you something simple and your brain is dwelling in the past on something happened a long time ago that you can't change, it is what it is. Especially if he helped bring life to you to come into the world. What, you mad about that? Or you mad because, he had his wife, but then he messed with my mama. Okay, well, that's between your mama and him. You're here now. So deal with that. Stop looking for stuff to find, flaws on. I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong. But whose standard is what and who other standard is what makes a difference. You got born out of wedlock? I understand. But let me ask you a question. Are you a Christian? Or you're just a person walking around here with no religion? So which one are you? What is the problem that you have that you want to have animosity for a person bringing you into this world and you're mad at them because they weren't married to your mother? If you're an older person now, that's done with. It's over with. Bury that. The point is, bottom line, no matter what it is, that is your father. Or vice versa, that is your mother, whether you like it or not. So you deal with it from there. You don't dwell on the past like you're trying to change something that can't be changed. But if that man or woman was harmful to you when you were growing up and never changed, of course you have a reason to be mad. But if that's not really the case, stop harping on bullshit. Because that's all you're doing. Trying to find an excuse to justify yourself. You're wrong for that. So stop thinking with the brain of a mustard seed stem. Stop being stuck on stupid. And respect the dead that didn't really do too much harm. Or maybe not really any harm at all. It is what it is. If you got a problem, talk to God. If you got a problem, talk to your mother or talk to your father if you can, if they still here. But if not, leave it alone. That's all for now. I got to go. This is Brother Truth. Have a good day.